Well, we know that the government is now being formed, and we understand it's very, very important to have a new government in place as soon as possible, considering all the political developments in the country and beyond. So we hope that we will have a new government very soon in place. Yeah. To run a country without a government is always a challenge, because we know that in public administration in particular, institutions, they keep on doing their work and their mandate, but the political direction is lacking, of course, and it hinders a country from important discussions with its neighbors on the normalization dialogue, but also in dialogue with EU as a key supporter of the country's progress towards an EU membership. So it is important to have a government in place soon in order to steer all the public institutions in the country. The sooner the better a government is in place, the better it is. But you know, this is a long-term trajectory towards becoming an EU member. So I don't think it will, stop or compromise that process. But of course, it's good to have a solid government in place to ease the process moving forward. And specifically in relation to all the measures that are put in place, it's better to have a government there who can negotiate that and make sure they are lifted as soon as possible. As far as I understand, it's related to these measures that are put in place that EU would like to see in terms of moving the dialogue between Serbia and Kosovo forward, and also in-country issues. So it's important to address those measures as soon as possible in order to get the dialogue going, which is supported by EU and also Sweden, so that the path towards membership can move faster. And that will, of course, unlock the funding. The funding from the growth plan and IPA and so forth, they are all related to the status of the measures. So in that sense, they are connected. We are doing quite a lot of support between our public agencies in Sweden and with their peers here in Kosovo. For example, in the area of statistics, in international national audits, and on labor inspection issues, on issues of the environment. And so we see that partnership between Swedish government authorities and the similar ones here in Kosovo is very, very important. And we also do have a lot of focus on local governance and local government, where we work also again together with the EU in strengthening local government service delivery. Very promising projects, a strong energy also in the local governments to be able to provide services. So on the one hand, public administration is very critical. And then we see the path towards strengthening again the business community here in Kosovo, try to also create opportunities for Kosovan companies to grow and employ more women in particular, and also making sure that they have export opportunities to Sweden and to EU, which is critical, because that way we create a stronger partnership. And we see other areas of growth that could be important in the energy sector, for example. Here, as in across Europe, the green energy transition is important to decarbonize the economy and find opportunities for more renewable energy, stabilizing the energy system. These are areas where we would like to explore. And then we also then very much focusing on and have been doing that for a long time in support of civil society organizations in the areas of culture, for example, cultural heritage, films, movies, and so forth. And these are areas also on gender equality that we are continuing to work with civil society partners. Yes, there are many of them that one could mention, but one in particular that we saw has been very, very interesting is the Kosovo Guarantee Fund, where we support re-guarantees to the Kosovo, what was the name? Kosovo Credit Guarantee Fund, exactly. Credit Guarantee Fund. And we've been supporting them now for a number of years. And they actually then provide guarantees to we reach out to more or less 95% of the financial sector here in Kosovo to support small and medium-scale enterprises and startup communities. So that's been an important way to really get more funding into that small-scale and medium-scale emerging businesses, creating jobs. So I think that was a very innovative program in a way to ensure more funding for good and sustainable investment. So that's one example. Yeah, I've been proud to be able to support Kosovo in establishing these basic services, including water supply and sanitation, because it's a prerequisite to create a functioning society. So in that regard, the evaluation of the impact is where you are at now. You have a much more robust physical infrastructure which enables education, schools, and solid service delivery for everybody. Kosovo is in such a mature phase that primarily our support in the agriculture sector will be to the businesses, the ones providing support to value chains, export opportunities, and strengthening business communities in the agriculture sector. But the basic envelope 2024 in grants to Kosovo was around 10 million euro. And then that's supplemented with our guarantee instrument, which is not very costly, but it generates a lot of financing. On the guarantee side, if we guarantee 15 million, which we have been doing, hopefully that will generate 60 million in investments.